Well, welcome back. Well, you've been to createcash101.com and registered there, and hopefully you've just been to getthebounceback.com and looked at the DVD there and learned about GXL and how that produces glutathione and understand now some of the benefits of that breakthrough technology. You know, I began to experience some benefits right away. Within a matter of a few days, I could tell a real difference in my energy level, and most people do. In fact, almost 20 to 25% of the people within a matter of a few days can tell a real difference in the outward feel from GXL, and then 80% within 30 days, and even 90% within 60 days can tell outwardly what GXL is doing for them. But as you saw from that video, it's the true benefit is what's happening inside the cell and allowing the body to begin to do amazing things because you brought that GXL or that glutathione level back up to where it ought to be. You know, there's a guy that I know down in Texas, and he and I were talking about the benefits of good nutrition, and he said, well, you know, George, he said, I used to couldn't even spit over my lip, and now I can just spit all over myself. Well, that's not exactly how GXL works or glutathione works in your body, but it's something like that. It is something that you can tell with very much enthusiasm right away that you're beginning to see something happen. Now, you know, when I discovered that technology, and then realized the partners that were available to me, and they would come along beside me, and I could come along beside them, and we could work together and partner together. Guys like Stephen K. Scott and Gunther Rinker, the top TV marketing guys in America, and the character of those men, and the financial backing that company had, and you combine that with an amazing compensation plan that allows us to make money just from making other people aware that this technology even exists, and that is the mission of this company, is to make the world aware that GXL is available and what it can do for people. And that brings us to the 5 steps, because it was then that I began to piece together 5 steps to create a business plan based on what I learned back in '89 in a different industry, and brought that forward to today, to this economy, and said, hey, these things combined are going to be pretty significant. So let's look at those 5 steps real quickly. They're really pretty simple, and we won't go into a lot of detail. I'll get you some emails later with more background and detail, and you can call me or we'll talk. But simply the 5 steps are this. Step 1 is try GXL. Now that sounds like an interesting place to start, but what I found is that the people that have the greatest success are the ones that have really experienced an outward benefit. We all 100% of the time have that inside the cell benefit, but it's those that have the outward benefit that are more likely to be excited about it, to talk about it, to share it, and to really build a business with it. So step 1 of a business plan, or a 5-step business plan, is simply try it. Now, that's about a $69 commitment. There's some tax and shipping. We'll call it $80 or $82, $85, in that range. That's what you've committed at that point. Now, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So step 2 is to analyze at the end of that 30 days just where you are and make a determination. Do you want to continue on with the as a preferred customer with the automatic order where you receive a product every month and just use the product? Or you may say, you know what, I just want to get my money back. I don't think it did anything for me. I'm not at that 80%. I've tried it, and I know that that's maybe not, probably it's good for me at the 100% level, down at the cellular level, but as far as outward feelings, I just assume not, and that's okay. And at that point, we're going to get on the phone, we're going to get your money refunded to you, everything but the shipping, and we're going to get you off the order for the next month, and you're back to square one. That's the end of step 2. Now, if in step 2 you say, no, this really worked, I want to continue, then step 3 is to consider becoming an associate, because that's where you begin to put together the financial side of this company, and where there's an opportunity then for you to begin to turn around your economy. So step 3, is to become an associate, and that's a $49 commitment for the whole year, $25 renew it for years after that. With tax and shipping and all that, that's somewhere less than $65. So for less than $150, you basically at that point created a business model that you can begin to work from. Step 4 is not to go out and get everybody you ever knew and go talk to them about it. Step 4 is really simpler than that. It's really find a couple of people that will do what you've done. And what I mean by that is people that will say, hey, I'll test it for a month, and if I decide to go forward, then I will move through that process. And then step 5 is to duplicate that. So it's really trying it, making a decision as where you stand, either get your money back or move forward, become an associate, attract a couple of partners that you really want to spend time with and work with, who will go through those steps 1 through 4, and then step 5, duplicate that process again and again. That's as simple as it is. And when you do that, I assure you from my own experience that you can create pretty much any financial need that you're trying to meet, that you can make that happen with this company. And I'll get you more information about that. And you may say, I would need a lot more information. I'd need to know about the science and the founders and the company. And I've got all of that. And I'll get that to you. And I'll get that to you through emails and more DVDs. But the place to start is to try it. Because here's what I found. It's those people that have had a good experience with it that really move forward and build a business. Now, in the process of that, I have the privilege of many people just really having a great experience in their life and just want to use the product and become a preferred customer and do that for the rest of their life. And that's a good thing. But it's those few that decide, hey, this could be a business. This could be my answer in this economy. So step 1 is to try it. So here's what I'd like you to do. There on the screen is a link where it says Buy Now. If you'll click on that, it'll take you straight to a place where you can step out of the box, so to speak, and just try it. Now, if it doesn't work, you're going to get your money back. And if it does work, you're going to have an opportunity to go forward and see if this could be a business plan for you that's going to work in this economy. I know it's working well for me. And I hope that it's something that fits your needs and takes care of where you're at right now. I know what it's like to be in a down economy. I know what it's like to have had a large income and then not have that income and be trying to figure out how in the world in this economy I'm going to replicate that and replace what I've lost. And I don't know many ways, but I know this is one way that works, and I'm here to work with you, to partner with you, to help you. But I encourage you to click on Buy Now and try GXL just to find out for yourself. And if you need to, call me. My cell phone is 719-339-9760. I'll be glad to answer any of your questions. I'm going to provide you all the information you need as we go through that 30-day process for you to educate yourself. In fact, we can even fly out and meet the founders at the corporate headquarters if that would help you in making that decision. But the first part, just try it. Then we can get all that other questions answered as you go through that test period. There's a guy that was recently named to the Hall of Fame in baseball, Rickey Henderson. And Ricky's a great storyteller, and his favorite story that he loves to tell is when he first came into the league, he signed a bonus. He got a signing bonus for $1 million, and they gave him a check. He signed it. He took it home, and he pinned it on the wall. And for almost a year, he said he would walk by that check and look at it and say, I'm a millionaire. I've got $1 million hanging right there on the wall. Well, after about a year, the A's called him and said, hey, Ricky, that check we gave you, what did you do with it? Did you cash it or lose it? He said, no, I've got it hanging right there on the wall. Well, they said, why don't you take it off and make a copy of it, put the copy on the wall, and cash the check? Well, that's a great story for Ricky, and it's a true story, but I'm asking you to cash this check. And the way you do that is you click on Buy Now, and you try GXL as a preferred customer for a 30-day trial. This could be the greatest idea in the world. It could be exactly what you're looking for and exactly what you need. But if you just take this information and pin it on the wall, it's not going to do you a bit of good. But consider what it might do for your health. Consider what it might do for your finances and for your family. I'd love for you to try it. Let me know how I can help you, and look forward to working with you. Hope that there's a chance for us to be partners. Thank you for taking a look at all this information, and let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. Wish you the best of luck. Goodbye.